Got popcorn? Good, cause we're about to dive headfirst into the world of celeb drama where egos clash, tweets sting, and Instagram is the new battlefield. Hold on to your hats and goggles, folks. This is gonna be one hell of a ride. Just when you thought country music was all about harmonies and heartbreaks, our first feud shows us there's more to it. This kicked off when Brittany shared her makeup routine on Instagram, ending with a thank you note to her parents for letting her be a tomboy without changing her gender. Katy Pope and Maren Morris lashed out, calling Brittany out for indirectly dissing the LGBTQ+ community. Brittany defended herself, Maren dubbed her Insurrection Barbie, and the drama escalated. Fans and celebs stood by Maren and Katy, but Brittany shirked out the feud and went on to post about supporting amazing women. They kept calling her out for being transphobic, and others like Candace Owens and Rylene added fuel to the feud. Maren's husband Ryan even joined in. Now that's some real-life country soap opera, ain't it? No one's ready to back down. Next, we are catapulting into a war of words between JoJo Siwa and Candace Cameron Bure. Now, how did this whole thing start, you ask? It all dates back to 2020 during a TikTok challenge when JoJo dropped the bombshell that Candace was the rudest celebrity she had ever met. Apparently, Candace had flat out refused to snap a picture with her on the red carpet, and it was just unnecessarily rude. Candace, feeling the heat, came forward with an apology, and the two patched things up, or so we thought. Things heated up again when Candace refused to feature same-sex couples in holiday movies. JoJo didn't take kindly to that, calling it rude and hurtful. But wait, we are just getting started. Remember when Courtney Love accused Olivia Rodrigo of stealing her work for her Sour Prom concert film? Courtney didn't waste a beat, heading to Instagram to troll her, but Olivia wasn't having any of it, and it became a battle of words. Fans tried to bring peace, suggesting homage, but Courtney was having none of it, calling it plain rude. Anyway, speaking of unexpected clashes, did you ever think you would see a day when the Fonz himself, Henry Winkler, had some creative differences with our beloved Tom Hanks? I mean, come on, who would beef with Forrest Gump? Certainly, here's a revised version of your text that maintains the essence of the story but trims it down a bit. So, the gist is, while chilling on Watch What Happens Live, Winkler got asked about that age-old myth, you know, the one about how he and Hanks supposedly didn't see eye to eye during the making of Turner and Hooch. Winkler spills, I was directing that movie for 13 days, and then out of nowhere, I am in producer Jeff Katzenberg's office, and he's like, got your stuff? Cool, you can bounce. Just like that.
For 13 days.
No!
And then I was called into Jeff Katzenberg's office, and he said, do you have everything with you? Go home.
No!
I got along great with that dog.
From a tense movie set to the drama-filled hills of LA, Winkler and Hank's cold tea was just an appetizer. Because if you're craving reality TV showdowns, then Heidi Montag versus Lauren Conrad is the main course. Come on now, who can forget when these two were like besties? But in the world of reality TV, friendships can go sour fast. Every fairy tale has a twist, and for our Hills gals, it was none other than Mr. Spencer Pratt. And when whispers started about LC making a sex tape with her ex, Jason Wallner, the Hills were alive with drama, especially when Lauren felt that Spencer and Heidi were behind those rumors. Imagine sitting with your once best friend at some LA hotspot and the air is thick with tension. It's like waiting for a balloon to pop. And pop it did, with Elsie delivering that unforgettable line, you know what you did. Man, you could feel the heat from that burn from miles away. Even the sun-soaked street of LA can cast some long shadows when the drama unfolds. And speaking of unfolding, have you all heard about the tension between the Fast and the Furious fam? Let's rewind a bit. Fast and Furious 9 was all set to speed into theaters in April 2019, but as we all know, it got pushed forward. Now, why did that happen? Well, on the very same day that news dropped, it was announced that a Fast and Furious spin-off with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham was overtaking that 2019 spot, and folks, this is where the engine starts to roar. Tyrese Gibson, one of the OGs from the franchise, wasn't having it. He threw shade right there on Instagram, calling out The Rock. As if that wasn't spicy enough, Gibson even hinted he might walk away from Fast 9 if Johnson was still in the driver's seat. In a heart-to-heart on the Red Pill podcast, Gibson admits, I have yet to talk to The Rock to this day. He went on to confess he felt like the messenger for many in the franchise but regretted being the only one going public with his feelings. It's not professional, it's not cool, he shared. Who knew that the Fast and Furious crew could also be, well, Fast and Furious off-screen? But hey, not all drama ends with lasting grudges. Some stories turn around, like the one about Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. Remember when they weren't exactly the best of pals because of rumors about a backup dancer and tour dates clashing? Some even say this rift inspires Swift's song Bad Blood. However, However, things started to look up in May. Right before Taylor Swift was about to kick off her Reputation tour, Katy Perry sent her a peace offering, not a text, not a tweet, but an actual olive branch to Swift's dressing room. Swift then took to Instagram to share her surprise and appreciation. "So I just got to my dressing room and found this actual olive branch," she said. "This means so much." And just like that, with a simple thank you, Katy, it seemed the two were on the path to mending fences. It's always nice to see feuds turn into friendships, but stay with me, we're about to hit the rap battlefield with a feud that's still making headlines. Let's step into the time machine and go back to that fateful day during New York Fashion Week, the Harper's Bazaar Icons Party to be exact. It was the showdown of all showdowns, where Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, two of the biggest names in the rap game, got into an actual fistfight. Shoes were flying, hands were also flying, it was just crazy. Cardi B, never one to shy away from expressing her feelings, came clean about what led to the whole thing. Apparently, she had said for a while now, "She's been talking a lot of shots at me. I spoke to her twice before and we came to an understanding, but she kept it going." But what was the straw that broke the camel's back? Well, Cardi saw that Nicki had allegedly liked and then unliked a tweet dissing Cardi's parenting skills, a move that Nicki to this day denies. "I was going to make millions off my Bruno Mars tour and I sacrificed that to stay with my daughter," Cardi stated. "I love my daughter. I'm a good-ass mom, so for somebody that don't have a child to like that comment?" Cardi B didn't care about location or timing, she just wasn't having it. So many people want to say that party wasn't the time or the place, but I'm not going to catch another artist in the grocery store or down the block. While that feud was hotter than a $2 pistol, our next one's been simmering on the back burner for over a decade. From that infamous MTV VMA interruption to secret phone recordings, this is the feud that keeps on giving. You'll remember that legendary MTV VMA interruption in 2009, right? You know, the one when Kanye West, with a bottle of Hennessy in hand, thought it would be a good idea to swipe the mic from sweet little Taylor Swift during her acceptance speech to say, "Yo Taylor, I'm really happy for you, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time."
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
And just like that, he lit the fuse to a firework that would continue to explode for years to come. But it's not like they stayed mad at each other forever. Nah, that would be too simple. In the world of celeb drama, the plot always thickens. A few years down the line, Kanye and Taylor actually made up, even became pals for a bit. Who would have thunk it, right? I mean, there were hugs at award shows, tweets of mutual admiration, the works. But then, just as we thought the beef was squashed for good, Kanye dropped his track Famous in 2016, and boy did that stir the pot. I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goodness. Taylor was not pleased and the feud flared up again. Kanye claimed he had gotten Swift's approval for the line, but she hit back saying she never gave her blessing for being called that B word. It became he said, she said all over again. And then Kim Kardashian West, Kanye's better half, at least at the time, entered the fray. She posted a snippet of the phone call between Swift and West on Snapchat where Taylor seemed to be okay with at least part of the lyrics, further fueling the feud. It was a wild roller coaster ride, folks. With public apologies, backtracking, and subtweets galore, this feud's given us some primetime drama enough to last us a lifetime. Well, folks, we have traveled the lengths and breadths of celebrity feuds, seen the highs, the lows, the makeups, and the breakups. As we have seen, fame isn't always as glamorous as it seems. So the next time you see your favorite celeb's name pop up in the headlines, remember there's always more to the story than meets the eye. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and watch this next one. Let us know in the comments below if you would like to add more celebs to this list. We would love to hear from you.